The most bizarre sexual practices in medieval times. Hello guys, today we will know about life in the quiet corners of medieval towns. Not the kings. Not the castles. But the ordinary people. Those who walked the narrow streets. Who worked, ate, and slept in ways that shaped their days. This story is meant to calm the mind. To let your thoughts drift. And to help you fall gently into sleep. We are in a medieval town in northern Europe. Perhaps in the 14th century. A place of cobbled streets. Fog drifting low. And lamps glowing softly in the night. Life is measured by work, by the rise of the sun, by the flow of the seasons. The past feels close here. Slow. And enduring. The streets are narrow. Cobbled stones worn smooth by countless feet. Horses and carts move carefully. Their wheels echoing softly in the mist. Shop signs hang quietly. Swinging only when the wind moves. The town is alive. But only in small, gentle ways. Houses are close together. Built of timber and stone. Roofs low. Windows small. Inside, the rooms are dark. The hearth is central. Families gather near it. The coal fire gives warmth and a faint orange glow. Cooking is slow. Meals simple. Bread baked from coarse grain. Porridge thick and plain. Sometimes a piece of salted meat. Sometimes vegetables from a small garden. Clothing is plain. Wool tunics patched again and again. Hoods and caps keeping heads warm. Leather shoes stiff from wear. Everything is practical. Made to last. Not for show. Hands and faces red from cold. And work. Men rise early. To tend animals. To work in the fields. To haul goods to market. Or to labor in small workshops. They sweep the streets. Repair carts. Mend nets. The rhythm of labor is steady. Measured. Necessary. Women rise with them. Preparing simple meals. Mending clothes. Tending children. Cleaning floors. Fetching water. Carrying firewood. Their hands are always busy. Their steps quiet but constant. Children move slowly at first. Waking to the sound of morning. Some help their parents. Carry small loads. Sweep the yard. Feed animals. Others attend small schools. Often run by priests or nuns. They learn letters, numbers. And prayers. Quiet voices reciting softly. Books are rare. Knowledge is precious. The market opens. Carts laden with vegetables, grains, and small wares. Vendors call softly. A loaf of bread. A piece of cheese. A few eggs. People trade slowly. Carefully. Coins exchanged hand to hand. The clink of metal faint in the morning air. Work continues all day. Men haul water. Repair tools. Sweep streets. Women carry baskets. Bargain at market. Children run errands. Learning to move among adults. Learning to observe. Learning to wait. Evenings are quiet. The sun sinks. Shadows stretch long across the cobbles. Families return to small homes. The hearth is stoked again. A thin stew bubbles slowly. Bread slices torn and shared. The day ends as it began. With warmth gathered around the fire. Outside, lamps glow softly. Fog drifts low. The streets are empty. Only the occasional step. Only the whisper of wind. Everything slows. Everything softens. Night comes fully. People lie in simple beds. Straw mattresses. Covered in woolen blankets. The room quiet except for breathing. And the crackle of the dying fire. In these long nights, thoughts wander. The past. The family. The work that will come tomorrow. Sometimes, quiet tales of the town. Of neighbors. Of customs passed from one generation to the next. Some thoughts are more private. Some traditions. Some ways of living. Are not spoken aloud. But known in small circles. Within families. Behind closed doors. There is curiosity. There is habit. There is the shaping of desire within the rhythms of everyday life. People's lives are full of small rules. And careful boundaries. Even in private matters. Yet some customs seem strange to later eyes. Practices passed quietly. Not written in books. Not displayed in public. But understood in the daily rhythm of life. The night deepens further. The streets empty. The town silent. Smoke rises faintly from chimneys. Curling into the cold night air. The river moves slowly beyond the town. Reflecting stars in its dark surface. Houses settle into shadow. Walls cool. Floors stiff from the day. Families huddle together. Close. Warm. And quiet. The rhythm of life in a medieval town is unhurried. Measured by the sun. By the seasons. By the work that must be done. The repetition brings calm. The familiarity brings comfort. Children sleep deeply. Dreaming of small adventures. Of lessons learned. Of chores completed. The hum of the town echoes faintly. Like a lullaby. Steady. Predictable. People rise slowly in the night. Only if necessary. To tend fires. To care for infants. Or to move quietly along the streets. Everything is done with caution. So as not to disturb the rest of the town. The market will open again. Carts will roll over cobbles. Merchants will call softly. Bread will be baked again. Stew will simmer. And families will gather once more around small hearths. In winter. The cold presses against the doors. The wind slips through cracks. Snow may drift along streets. Hearth fires burn longer. Families huddle together. Sharing warmth. Sharing quiet. Men and women rise each day with the same tasks. The work is steady. The meals simple. The rhythm unbroken. Yet each day brings life in small movements. Hands shaping dough. Tools repaired. Clothes mended. Children learning. Stories told softly. The night returns. And the town sleeps once more. Cobblestones frozen. Lamps glowing. Hearth fires dying slowly. Families breathing together. The past wrapped in the present. The present flowing into sleep. The rhythm of medieval life is gentle. Unhurried. Measured. The ordinary becomes extraordinary in its constancy. Each day blending into the next. Each night bringing quiet and rest. Time moves softly. Footsteps echo faintly. The town holds its breath. The river flows silently. And the night carries all into rest. The streets will fill again. The hearths will burn again. Carts will creak on cobbles. The market will hum softly. But now, everything is still, calm, and quiet. The past lingers in these streets, in these homes, in the simple rhythms of work and rest. Families gather warmth. Children sleep. And the town dreams. Softly. Slowly. Endlessly. The ordinary lives of people in medieval towns. Their work. Their meals. Their homes. Their sleep. All become gentle threads. Woven together into a calm tapestry. Stretching across days. Stretching across nights. Holding the town steady. And so, as the night deepens. Cobblestones frost-covered. Smoke rising. Footsteps quiet. Breath even. Sleep holds all. Softly. Slowly. Endlessly. Here, in the heart of the medieval town. Life continues its gentle rhythm. Unchanging. Comforting. Measured. Steady. Until the sun rises once more. The town sleeps. The families sleep. The children dream. And the quiet past whispers its lullaby. Across the narrow streets. The small houses. The lamplit fog. The endless rhythm of ordinary life. Everything slows. Everything softens. The work of the day is done. The meals eaten. The chores completed. And now, only the calm remains. Steady. Quiet. Enduring. The night holds the town gently. The fire dies slowly. The river flows silently. The streets empty and cold. And sleep carries all into rest. Softly. Steadily. Endlessly. This is the rhythm of ordinary life in medieval towns. Simple. Slow. Measured. And comforting. The world moves gently here. Without rush. Without need. Only the steady flow of days. And the endless calm of nights. The people of the past knew this rhythm well. They lived by it. They rested by it. They found comfort in it. In the ordinary. In the simple. In the repetition. The town sleeps on. The hearths grow dim. The lamps glow faintly. The wind whispers across rooftops. And the quiet night carries everything. Softly. Slowly. Endlessly. The river mirrors the stars. The fog drifts gently along the cobbles. And life continues in its steady, quiet way. Day follows night. Night follows day. And sleep holds all. Until the sun rises again. Here, in the medieval town. The past feels close. Time moves slowly. And ordinary life. With all its work, meals, and rest. Carries a gentle, enduring calm. Softly. The night deepens. And the town settles into quiet. Fog curls along the cobbles. Softly. Slowly. touching every corner. The houses are close. Walls thin. Wood shifting slightly as the cold moves through. Hearth fires glow faintly, casting long, gentle shadows across the floor. Families sit near them, sharing warmth. A small meal. And the quiet rhythm of daily life. Outside, the streets are empty. Occasional footsteps echo. A guard patrolling. Or a late traveler moving carefully. Horses breathe softly. Carts sit waiting. Everything at rest. Inside, men and women prepare for sleep. Straw-filled mattresses. Woolen blankets. The faint smell of smoke and bread. Children lying close to parents. Learning, even in sleep. The rhythms of home. The rhythms of safety. The market is silent now. Stalls covered with cloth. Goods waiting for the morning. Barrels and baskets stored carefully. The town rests. And the river beyond reflects the pale moonlight. Steady. Slow. Endless. Life in the town is measured. By sunrise. By the work that must be done. By the meals shared quietly. Even in matters private. Even in things unspoken. People live with careful habits. Private lives guided by custom. And desire contained within walls. Some customs of medieval life may seem unusual now. Practices passed quietly. Not written in law. Not discussed in public. Yet understood within families. Within communities. Forms of intimacy shaped by circumstance. By the work of the day. By the rhythm of hearth and home. Even in these private matters. Life is slow. Measured. Gentle. Every gesture controlled. Every choice deliberate. Desire intertwined with the daily task. The work. The meals. The care of children. The town breathes softly at night. Chimneys send faint smoke into the cold air. Hearths warm tired bodies. People lie close. Wrapped in blankets. Hands brushing lightly. The ordinary rhythm of rest. Becomes the guide to survival. To warmth. To quiet calm. Outside, fog softens every edge. Shadows are long and still. The river moves silently. Carrying the reflections of houses and stars. The town itself seems to hold its breath. Awaiting the slow return of dawn. In the streets, cats move softly. Rats in the alleys. A dog barks faintly in the distance. Everything is softened. The town's life continues. Even as people sleep. Even as work is paused. The rhythm persists. Steady. Slow. Enduring. Houses creak as wood cools. The wind moves gently through gaps in doors. Curtains flutter softly. The smell of cooked food lingers. Even as the day ends. The memory of bread and porridge. Of small meat and vegetables. Comforts the mind. Children dream quietly. Some of chores. Some of play. Some of the family. All within the soft confines of their homes. Learning, even in sleep. The order of life. The patterns of routine. The shapes of care. The night stretches. Long and unbroken. Hearth fires dim. The streets are silent. The town seems to pause. holding itself gently, as if conserving every ounce of warmth, every whisper of comfort. Until the sun returns. Men and women rise briefly. Sometimes to tend a fire. Sometimes to check a child. Movement slow. Measured. Deliberate. So that rest is not disturbed. Sleep remains fragile. Protected by the quiet care of all. The market waits patiently. Goods prepared for morning. Bread and cheese. Vegetables from gardens. Small handmade items. The town's life is ready to resume. At its gentle pace. At its careful rhythm. Evening returns. And with it, quiet intimacy. Families gathered near fire. Whispered conversation. Tasks completed. Preparations made for the next day. Even the smallest actions are deliberate. Soft. Slow. Enduring. The town sleeps again. Fog drifts along streets. Rivers reflect the moon. The hearths warm tired limbs. Children breathe softly in sleep. Adults rest near one another. Wrapped in warmth. Wrapped in habit. Wrapped in the quiet safety of ordinary life. The rhythm of medieval towns is gentle. Measured. Slow. Ordinary. Yet every small moment carries a weight of care. A weight of survival. A weight of comfort. Every action guides the next. Every habit preserves warmth. Every task shapes calm. The night carries on. Time flows gently. The river, the streets, the hearths. All move in quiet synchrony. Sleep holds the town in its careful arms. Softly. Slowly. Endlessly. Families wake slowly. The first stirrings of dawn. The smell of bread. The warmth of fire. The quiet rhythm of life begins again. Measured. Steady. And comforting. The ordinary lives of people in medieval towns. Their work. Their meals. Their homes. Their nights. All weave together into a gentle pattern. Slow. Soft. Enduring. The fog lifts. Carts move slowly over cobbles. Merchants call quietly. Horses breathe softly. Children step carefully. Learning the patterns of life. And sleep will return. For some moments. For some hours. Always returning in the rhythm of day and night. Everything slows. Everything softens. The ordinary, the routine, becomes the source of calm. The small moments. The quiet night. The shared warmth. All hold together. Softly. Slowly. Endlessly. The town rests. The river flows. The hearths glow. And sleep holds all. Until the coming of the sun. The night continues. Fog drifts slowly along the narrow streets. Cobblestones glisten faintly in the pale moonlight. The town breathes quietly. Every sound softened. Every movement slow. Houses stand close together. Timber and stone walls thick but not impervious. Inside, families huddle near fires. Woolen blankets wrapped tightly. Hands warm hands. Bodies close for comfort. Every movement measured. Every whisper gentle. The streets are empty. Only the distant barking of a dog, or the faint clop of horse hooves, breaks the silence. Carts sit still. Merchants rest, waiting for the first light of dawn. Everything paused, waiting. Inside homes, meals are prepared with care. Porridge thick and simple. Bread baked slowly. Vegetables roasted or boiled. Small amounts of meat, saved for special occasions. The rhythm of food mirrors the rhythm of life. Steady. Slow. Necessary. Work resumes quietly in homes. Women mend clothes. Prepare the next day's bread. Sweep floors. Fetch water. Men repair tools. Tend animals. Move goods carefully. Children help where they can. Learning patience. Learning routine. Learning the rhythm of life. Markets awaken slowly. Carts creak over frozen cobbles. Merchants call softly. Goods displayed with care. Vegetables. Cheese. Bread. Small items handcrafted. Every exchange deliberate. Measured. The sound of coin quiet. Life in the town is governed by habit. The rise of the sun. The work of the day. The preparation of meals. The care of family. Even the private lives of individuals. Held within the boundaries of custom. Passed quietly. Observed discreetly. Shaped by necessity and routine. Even in the small moments of intimacy. People follow patterns. Guided by the rhythm of their lives. By the hearth. By the tasks that must be done. Desire woven carefully into the ordinary. Not displayed. Not rushed. Contained. The night deepens further. The streets are empty. The fog thickens. Smoke rises softly from chimneys. The scent of bread and stew lingers. Families rest near fires. Children breathing softly. Adults lying close, wrapped in wool. The world outside fades. The town seems to hold its breath. Time moves slowly. Measured only by the wind. By the river beyond. By the movement of the moon. The ordinary becomes extraordinary. The daily patterns comforting. The repetition steady. Men and women awake briefly. To tend fires. Check on children. Adjust blankets. All movement quiet. Careful. So that the fragile rest of others is not disturbed. Sleep protected. Even in the coldest nights. The rhythm of medieval life is gentle. Measured. Steady. Soft. Every action deliberate. Every gesture practiced. Even desire contained within small habits. The ordinary flows seamlessly. From day to night. From one generation to the next. The river mirrors the stars. The fog drifts softly along the streets. Footsteps are rare. The town is still. Smoke curling into the cold air. Everything softened by time. By habit. By routine. Children dream quietly. Of chores. Of games. Of small adventures. Every movement careful. Every breath slow. Learning, even in sleep. The patterns of life. The rhythms of ordinary towns. Even private customs. Passed discreetly. Hold a quiet place in daily life. Shapes of intimacy. Shadows of desire. Practices shaped by necessity. By habit. By the slow, steady pulse of survival. Contained within walls. Contained within the hearth. Contained within small communities. The night stretches. Carts waiting. Horses resting. Merchants asleep. The river flowing silently. The fog softening every edge. Everything slowed. Everything gentle. Hearth fires die slowly. The warmth clings to hands and faces. Families breathe together. Wrapped in blankets. The ordinary holding the extraordinary. The daily patterns shaping calm. The repetition creating comfort. The town sleeps. The river flows. The streets are empty. The moon casts pale light. And the past whispers softly. Through walls. Through floors. Through narrow streets. The ordinary lives of medieval townspeople. Their work. Their meals. Their chores. Their sleep. All form a gentle rhythm. Measured. Soft. Enduring. Night continues. Slow. Steady. Calm. The town held in quiet. Sleep wrapping every street. Every home. Every hearth. And all rests. Softly. Slowly. Endlessly. The rhythm of life continues. Day will come again. The market will awaken. Bread baked. Carts rolling. Children stepping carefully. Merchants calling softly. Yet for now. The town sleeps. The ordinary and the extraordinary blending. Softly. Slowly. Endlessly.